going on YouTube? It's every time, and this is going to be my first haircut tutorial. It's going to be a man bun haircut, and if I gotta say it resembles anything, I gotta say it's the RiceGum haircut. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is go in with the number 1 guard open, not putting in that first guideline. Do next is use the number 3 guard open and like knock out all the bulk and all of that. And next, in between that number 1 and that number 2, take a number 3, take a number 2 guard open and close it to knock out that line. Basically, you're gonna do the same thing to the sides and the back. Alright, so now we can do the side taper. You're gonna want to create your first guideline with your liners. First guideline is going to be with your clippers with the guard all the way open, and then once you set that in, it's going to be about ½ inch to an inch. You're going to want to close your guard and create another line about 1/4 inch up, and then to knock out the line in between those two, you're going to want to open and close your guard. Just keep hitting it, use like the corner of your clippers to knock out that line. Next guideline is going to be your 1/16 guard or your number 0 guard, all the way open and go up another ½ inch to an inch. And then to knock out the line in between the no guard open to the number 0 guard all the way open, you're going to want to close that lever and then keep opening and closing that lever to knock out that line. Next, you're going to take a number 1 guard and close it, and then just keep trying to fade in. You don't want to create another line here. You kind of want to just fade in that number 1 to the 1.5 that you had before the open one, and just keep flicking out. And then if you need to, you can open and close out that one to try and get rid of the line. And now we're onto the back taper, and you're basically just going to do the same exact thing. Take your detailers, details or your liners. I usually take this line to like the bottom of the ears, and you're just going to want to, just go in with your clippers and just like ball that all out. So now you're going to go in with your no guard and leave that closed and balled out that even more. The next step you're going to do is take that no guard all the way open and create a line about maybe ½ inch to an inch up. Take that 0 and take it about 1/4 inch up. And now you're just going to open and close that lever to flick out that line. You can take your 1/16 guard or your number 0 guard and go about ½ inch up to an inch. And leave that all the way open. Try and flick out as much as possible so you don't create too hard of a line. And you're just going to keep opening and close it until you get rid of that line. Just keep flicking out. guard, just clean it all up, get rid of any dark spots that you see. Alright, now you're going to go in with your number 1 guard. No close, keep flicking it out, trying to not create a line. If you need to, you can open it up, close it, put it in the middle, just keep opening and closing it, getting rid of dark spots and lines. Now just go in upside down just to like lay all the hairs flat back down. Take your shaver and your balder just to go on the bottom of all your tapers, just to make your little taper pop out a little bit more, clean up the bottom, get rid of any stubble. So flick that out, and now we're onto the lineup. What I'm going to do is just keep it as natural as possible. You don't need to go in too hard with this. I'm just flicking out any overhanging hairs right here, just lining them up. You always want to comb down on the lineup just to make sure you will get like any overhanging hairs. Just ensure that that hairline will stay crispy. Alright, so now we're just going to be cutting the top of his hair, and when I cut top of hair, if it's usually long, I like to split it through the middle and then through the middle on the sides, just into 4 sections. That just lets me work with the hair better in sections. It's just a lot easier to get rid of. And so with this, we were just cutting off the ends just to make sure the hair stayed healthy, because he's been growing out his hair for a while now, and that all that hair has been on his head for a while. So just to ensure it stays healthy, we just cut off the ends. So pretty much we're done here, and yeah. Oh wait, we still got a little bit more, never mind. Yeah, just keep cutting off the ends. I usually like to point cut to create a little bit of texture in the hair. Right here I'm just cutting off a little bit off the back, and right here when I take my scissors straight through, this is just, it's not cutting off a lot of hair, but it's kind of thinning it out and creating texture at the same time. And so this is my first hair tutorial, guys. I hope you liked it.